Hello, my dear students. Next, we can discuss divisibility rule of 6. That is, if a given number is divisible by both 2 and 3, then the number is divisible by 6. That is, if you can divide a number with 2 and 3, then the number will be divisible by 6. For example, 594. If the number is 594, how can you check is it divisible by 2? Yes, the number ends with 4, so it is divisible by 2. How can you check divisible by 3? For that, add the digits. 5 plus 9 plus 4, that is equal to 18. 18 is the multiple of 3, or 18 is divisible by 3. So 594 is divisible by both 2 and 3. So this number is divisible by 6. Let me tell once more. If the given number is divisible by 2 and 3, then the number is divisible by 6. If you can divide a number with both 2 and 3, then that number will be divisible by 6. So divisibility property of 2 and divisibility property of 3 you must apply here. Okay. Next is divisibility by 8. If a number is divisible by 8, if the last 3 digits are divisible by 8. This is for 4-digit numbers. Is it, children? The number is 4-digit number. You just see the last 3 digits. If the last 3 digits forming a number, the last 3 digits will form a number. If that number is divisible by 8, then the whole number will be divisible by 8. For example, the number is 2568. So to check whether it is divisible by 8 or not, you want to do what? The last 3 digits. What are they? 568. That means 568. If that 568 is divisible by 8, surely 2568 is also divisible by 8. 568 is divisible by 8. So 2568 is also divisible by 8. You see the next number, 84,627. We want to consider the last 3 digits. That is 627. 627 is not divisible by 8. So the whole number, that is 84,627, is not divisible by 8. 8 has no other property. You just find the last 3 digits. Then it is either divisible by 8 or not. If it is divisible by 8, the whole number will be divisible by 8. Otherwise, it won't be divisible by 8. Next is divisibility rule for 9. Do you remember divisibility rule of 3? Same procedure here also. That is, you just add the digits. When you are adding the digits, if you are getting the number is divisible by 9, then the whole number will be divisible by 9. For example, 495. If 495, what are the digits? 4, 9, 5. You add the digits. 4 plus 9 plus 5, that is 18. You all know that 18 is divisible by 9. Isn't it? When you are dividing 18 by 9, surely you won't get the remainder. Remainder will be 0 because 2 will be the quotient. So 495, when you are adding the digits, you are getting 18. 18 is divisible by 9. So the whole number 495 is divisible by 9. Next number you see 9,99,918. So 9 plus 9 plus 9 plus 9 plus 1 plus 8, 45. 45 is the multiple of 9. Divisible, you can check the multiple. Okay, 45 is divisible by 9, or 45 is the multiple of 9. So the 9,99,918 is also divisible by 9. That you can understand. Divisibility property of 9 means add the digits. When you are adding, surely you will get a number. If that number is divisible by 9, surely the given number also will be divisible by 9. Divisibility rule for 10. I don't want to tell anything, isn't it? The last digit should be 0. Then the number will be divisible by 10. 10, 20, 30, 50, 210, 4000. Any number end with 0, surely it will be divisible by 10. So let's recall divisibility rule. 2. First one 2. The last digit is even. 3. If the sum of the digits is divisible by 3. 5. If the number ends with either 5 or 0. 6. If the number is divisible by 2 and 3. 9. The sum of the digits is divisible by 9. 10. If the number ends in 0. Here 4 and 8 didn't write. You just remember what is the divisibility property of 4 and what is the divisibility property of 8. You got it? Are you thinking? Divisibility rule for 4. What is that? Okay, you got it. Divisibility property of 8. Okay.